Africa is said to be the most vulnerable continent to climate change, experiencing disproportionate impacts despite contributing the least to global greenhouse gas emissions. Warming faster than the global average, the continent faces severe droughts, floods, extreme heat, and rising sea levels that threaten food security, health, and economic stability. Countries around the world are now setting ambitious net zero targets, while major oil companies are diversifying their strategies to transform from traditional fossil fuel producers into broader energy companies. It is for this reason that Channel Africa will host the inaugural Africa Matters Summit on 25 March 2026 at Wits Business School in Johannesburg, under the theme Climate Change, Financing Africa's Recovery. So today we're joined by one of the panelists at the summit, Khabonina Masango, who is a climate and energy specialist at WWF South Africa. Khabonina, good morning to you and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Sister Sana, and thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure. Let's start off by understanding what it is you do then. Unpack for us what a climate and energy specialist is and the work that you do at WWF South Africa.
Okay, so to firstly introduce myself, so my name is Khabonina Masango, and I'm a climate and energy specialist at the Worldwide Fund South Africa. So I have over 9 years of experience in sustainable energy systems, climate mitigation, and urban development across the African continent. So essentially what a climate and energy specialist does is that I work in policy formation, policy development, and policy advocacy work. I also I led and launched the Illustrative People's Energy Plan project that oversees the development of a comprehensive, technical, and socio-economic analytical report that is designed to inform and guide South Africa's forthcoming National Integrated Energy Plan, which bridges evidence-based research, policy development, and stakeholder engagement to advance a just and inclusive energy transition.
Right, and then your work at WWF South Africa and how you got involved there?
So my work at WWF, so as I just iterated that I'm leading the Illustrative People's Energy Plan reports that we launched last year at the National Business Initiative Climate Summit. I also am currently working on the transitional minerals and sustainable mining advocacy work currently. And then I'm also part of the energy governance of South Africa group, and also part of the Climate Justice Coalition as well. I work I work with various stakeholders such as labor unions, I work with civil society, I work with our government personnel, and also in the private sector.
So what is it that African nations can do to align to the international standards and when it comes to climate commitments with the urgent need to expand energy access for the people that are currently without it?
So I think it's not only in the macro level where we have to look towards African countries or our African governments, but I think it's an inclusive and a holistic and a whole society approach that we need to take heed of. So I believe that to comply to our international climate change standards, we need to work together as society to change the ways in which we do things. So within the local levels, we need to change the way we are consuming and the way we are the waste as well. So if we would like to avoid, for instance, floods within our roads and within our cities, then we need to stop littering in essence. And then we need to stop littering, and we need to take heed of how we also use our electricity as well. And then also in the macro level with national governments, they need to really take heed of the over-reliance of fossil fuels. We need to move away from coal and find more alternative and cleaner solutions to do that. And also we need to also work together within like within governments and private sector to implement climate related projects, both in climate adaptation and climate mitigation. So thank you.
Yeah, on that then, fossil fuels, why do you believe it is urgent that we come with turnaround strategies that are going to give new energy projects and national energy policies that are in line to shifting away from these fossil fuels?
So with fossil fuels, I believe that fossil fuels, it is scientifically based, is that fossil fuels have been the core reason of why we have been seeing accelerating global warming that has increased climate change variabilities within our cities and within our nations. So we need to also move away from fossil fuels because there's a lot of opportunities as well with regards to economic growth and job and skills development as well within the green economy that will be fueled by clean and alternative renewable energy sources.
Does Africa have the political will, as you see it, to incentivize renewable energy adoption? You've been in the space for 9 years now.
Yes. So Africa. So when we're speaking as a continent, what I usually try and avoid is that because Africa is very nuanced and there's different types of states within Africa. So it depends also on the type of national interest and the type of institutions that various organization or different states have. So pertaining to political will, I see that African states mostly do try and protect their national interests, and also they do try and look towards, because sometimes we don't have the political might within the international community to also push for the different types of negotiations that we need to create a just transition. So some states may have the political will to try and change the ways in which they approach energy and the energy market systems, but they may not have the political might that they would rather have had in the international community. But in terms of South Africa, I do see that we do have the political will, just a bit of reluctance of moving away from coal. So now there's this new term that is being said by government, that clean coal. But I don't believe that there's I don't believe that there is any clean coal, but because now they're trying to divert us away from achieving 100% renewable energy by 2050. They keep saying clean coal. So I think it depends. The political will depends on the type of state, and it depends on the political might that the state has to bring about those changes within the international community.
Right. And you touch on the importance of collaborations and partnerships when it comes to these kinds of projects. So with all the different voices that come together, especially for our continent of Africa on renewable energy, how do we ensure that the voices of the actual communities that are directly impacted are also heard in these energy projects, and that those local communities are best served?
Okay, so I think the pleasures of working within civil society is that we always have very strong campaigners, and we always have very strong community community engagement people that are always fighting on behalf of people. So we have very good campaigners or coalitions such as the CJC, and we have very good campaigners within South Africa and in Africa who are always fighting on behalf of the local communities. And also with our WWF's Illustrative People's Energy Plan, we have a very strong focus on localization and localization of the renewable energy value chain. And we also have a very strong focus on increasing the free basic electricity as well, to ensure that to ensure that at least people get more poverty, and also to push this narrative of localization of renewable energy value chain to ensure that no one is left behind within the just transition process, and everyone achieves 100% electrification and by 2050. Thank you.
Right. And as you say, talking of nobody being left behind, there are opportunities here as well. What do you see them as being, particularly when it comes to creating new industries in Africa, the cleaner energy and renewables, the kind of job creation they can drive?
Okay, so looking at the context of our just energy transition process that we're currently undergoing in South Africa, so I know that Mpumalanga is the province that we look towards a lot to decarbonize and transform, because most of the power stations are situated there. So we can use some of the, like for instance, an example is that the Komati power station has been decommissioned. So in that process, we can use that to upscale to create a green economy base there. So in essence, we can add a solar panel. We can add a solar panel farm. We can add a solar PV farm there within those areas. We can also create green energy manufacturing hubs there, where they can create where they can produce electrical battery, solar battery systems, and other implements that are needed within the just transition process.
All right, Khabonina, you're going to be a panelist at the Africa Matters Summit, and the topic you'll be discussing there is solutions and actionable recommendations. So what do you think in terms of how these kinds of gatherings and conversations can pave a way forward in finding long-lasting solutions to Africa's energy problems? And we're not just exchanging numbers and making new friends, but we're making a difference.
Yes. So I always believe that when we are in these types of engagements, there's an opportunity for all of us to come in and bring in new ideas. And also it's a privilege where we're in the same room and some people have influence, some people have access to information, some people have access to finance, some people have access to changing the systems to bring about a better just transition process. So I feel that the summit would be a very good place for us to sit at and to speak. And also I am hoping that after the summit, we will come together and bring about actionable steps and implement those steps within South Africa and Africa abroad. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being part of this movement, Khabonina. We appreciate your time again here on Rise and Shine, and you have a great weekend.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks. That's Khabonina Masango, a climate and energy specialist at WWF South Africa, one of the panelists at the Africa Matters Summit that's going to be taking place at the Wits Business School. One of the discussions there will be looking at solutions and actionable recommendations. That's what she'll be a part of. So it's 8:30 now, Central African time. Let's say good morning to Onele Nzinzi. She has our news headlines.